Two wires, AB and DB, tether a balloon to the level ground, as shown in the diagram. DB equals to 192 meters, DC is equal to 32 meters, and angle BAC is equal to 70 degrees. And here we have the diagram. Calculate, given your answer to the nearest whole number, the height of the balloon BC. So here, what we're looking for is for BC, right? So we're looking for BC, and BC is the length, is one of the side lengths of this right angle triangle. Indeed, we have this side, right? This is 192 meters, and we have this side, this is 32 meters. Now, note carefully that this side is opposite the right angle. And so that means that this side is the hypotenuse, which we label as C. This side, we're gonna label this one as A, and this side, we're gonna label this as B. That's the side that we are trying to find, right? So this is B. Now let's use Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem says that C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. Notice here that C is equal to 192. And also that A is equal to 32. And so we have 192 squared is equal to 32 squared plus B squared. 192 squared equals to 36,864. 32 squared is equal to 1,024 plus B squared. Next, we're going to send the 1,024 over the equal sign. And when we send it over, it was a positive and it becomes a negative. So we have 36,864 minus 1,024 is equal to B squared. We subtract these two and we get 35,840 is equal to B squared. Next, we take the square root of both sides. And when we take the square root of both sides, we cancel this with that. So we get that B is equal to the square root of 35,840. And so that means that B is equal to the square root of 35,840. And if we have that, when we take the square root of 35,840, we get 189.3145531. That's what B is, right? That's what B is. But we want to write our answer correct to the nearest whole number. And notice that this is 3, so that means that since this is 3, that means that we cannot round up. And so because we only can round up if it's 5 or greater. And so we have B is equal to 189. And so that means that the height of BC, that means that the height of the balloon BC is equal to 189 meters. And that's our answer here, 189 meters. That is the height of BC. So let me write that here. BC is equal to 189 meters. That's the answer here. 189 meters. That's the height of BC. Next, we have, and I have it here as well. Next, we have to determine what is the angle BDC. Now, notice that I have my triangle already labeled. We're looking at BDC, and we have B, D, and C. So what they really want us to find is this angle D. Now notice carefully that we have angle D here, which we label as theta. The side that is opposite theta is the opposite side. The side that is opposite the right angle is the hypotenuse, and the side that is left is the adjacent. Notice that we have what the hypotenuse is, and we have what the adjacent side is. And the opposite is what we just figured out in the previous question. Now, notice that they have given us what is the hypotenuse, and they have given us what is the adjacent. So we are going to use the trig ratio that uses the hypotenuse and the adjacent, and that's going to be cosine. So we're going to use the trig ratio. We're going to use cosine of theta, and we have the adjacent over the hypotenuse. The adjacent is 32, the hypotenuse is 192, so we substitute that in there. So we have cosine of theta is equal to 32 all over 192. We take a cosine inverse of both sides, and that means that we can cancel out this with this, leaving us with theta is equal to cosine inverse of 32 all over 192. We take cosine inverse of 32 over 192, and that gives us theta is equal to 80.40593177. That's what theta is equal to. And we want to calculate our answer to the nearest whole number. And so we have that theta is equal to 80 degrees because this is 4. Since it's less than 5, we cannot round up, so it's just going to be 80 degrees. And so that means that angle BDC is equal to 80 degrees. And that's our answer to this question.